Hello, this is Fernando here from Peso Pluma front house position. Let's talk about today about these two faders on the right side of your console. So these two faders are basically assignable. You can use this as any options that you would like. The focus fader on my left, the master fader on my right can be assigned to any channel you want by the call button, right? So if I'm coming to the fader to my right, in my case, if I long press the call button, basically the edit mode is engaged for this fader to now get picked to any other fader in the console. So if I see this blinking light right here, meaning that this channel, which for me, this is the delay long thrower. That means this channel is linked to this one. So that means if I take this fader up, I'm gonna be emulating a controller from this point to my thrower, to my delay thrower over here. Okay, so that's a very cool feature. I personally like to keep my delay on this spot because remember, I'm using masters in the center bay, so I don't need a master on my right. I have my masters always handy in the center section. So for me, this is full-time delay thrower. Now, if I move to the focus fader, the focus fader gets a different features. So the first feature with the focus fader and talking about the call button is, if the call button is not lit on green, that's meaning focus fader is going to be following any select. So if I get and select a channel, the focus fader now is following the channel that I'm taking by the selection. Okay, but if I get the call button and then I double click this point, basically this fader now has get linked and stick to whatever the selection is. In this case, if I long press the call button and then I see the blinking light, which means edit mode on, and then I look, I will find that the focus fader is assigned to the requinto. The requinto is that a high-pitched guitar making the whole shiny beats in this kind of music. This is corrido tumbado. And this is a very important tool for me because every time that the solo is coming for the guitar player, which is very often, mostly of the show, he's making lots of incidentals and very nice arrangements. This is my spot. So it doesn't matter if I'm in a different spot on my banks, maybe in the vocals. So I always can have access to my lead guitar right here on this spot. Now, the small screen. This is an amazing tool for me. So the small screen is very handy in many ways. So when the call button is on, that means this channel is stick to a selection, right? The focus style,